15 most interesting facts about the world. The world is filled with mysteries. Some solved, some you can't measure, and some that remain completely unknown. But then, there comes a time when the unknown becomes known, and once verified, it becomes fact. So, here are some amazing facts from around the world that will really leave you amazed. Number 1. North Korea and Cuba are the only places you can't buy Coca-Cola. No matter where you go, it's comforting to know you can always enjoy a Coca-Cola. Well, almost anywhere. While this fizzy drink is sold practically everywhere, it still hasn't officially made its way to North Korea or Cuba, according to the BBC. That's because these countries are under long-term US trade restrictions. However, some people say you might be able to drink Coca-Cola if you try hard enough, although it'll typically be a lot more expensive than what you would pay in the States. Number 2. The entire world's population could fit inside Los Angeles. The total population of the world is more than 7.5 billion. And obviously, that number sounds huge. However, it might feel a little more manageable once you learn that if every single one of those people stood shoulder to shoulder, they could all fit within the 500 square miles of Los Angeles, according to National Geographic. Number 3. There are more twins now than ever before. You might think twins are a rarity, but they are actually becoming more common than ever. As per statistical record begins, from 1975 until 1980, 1 in every 50 babies born was a twin, a rate of 2%. Then, the rate began to increase. By 1995, it was 2.5%. The rate exceeded 3% in 2001 and hit 3.3% in 2010. That means 1 out of every 30 babies born is a twin. Scientists believe this trend is due to the fact that older women tend to have more twins, and women are choosing to start families later. Number 4. The hottest chili pepper in the world is so hot it could kill you. The weapons-grade dragon's breath chili pepper is so hot it's absolutely deadly. If you ate one, it could potentially cause a type of anaphylactic shock, burning the airways and closing them up. Mike Smith, the hobby grower who invented the dragon's breath along with scientists from Nottingham University. So why'd they make such an impractical pepper? As it turns out, the chili was initially developed to be used in medical treatment as an anesthetic that can numb the skin. Number 5. Indonesia is home to some of the shortest people in the world. Though there are short people and tall people everywhere, Indonesia is home to some of the shortest people in the world, according to data compiled from various global sources by The Telegraph in 2017. When taking both genders into account, the average adult is around 5 feet and 1.8 inches. People in Bolivia don't tend to be much taller, with an average adult height of 5 feet and 2.4 inches. The tallest people among us live in the Netherlands, where the average adult height is 6 feet. Number 6. The world's quietest room is located at Microsoft's headquarters in Washington State. Silence is golden, as they say. And while it may not be worth quite as much like jewels and gold to most people, it certainly was the primary goal for those who built the quietest room in the world. Located at Microsoft's headquarters in Redmond, Washington, the room measures a background noise of -20.35 dBA, which is 20 decibels below the threshold of human hearing, and breaks previous records for spaces that were believed the planet's quietest places, according to CNN. As soon as one enters the room, one immediately feels a strange and unique sensation which is hard to describe. Most people find the absence of sound deafening, feel a sense of fullness in the ears, or some ringing. Very faint sounds become clearly audible because the ambient noise is exceptionally low. When you turn your head, you can hear that motion. You can hear yourself breathing and it sounds somewhat loud. Number 7. There are around 4 quadrillion bacteria on Earth. Not all bacteria are bad. In fact, some of those itty-bitty biological cells are actually good for us and aid the world in various and complex ways. And that's nice to know. According to NPR, there are around 4 quadrillion individual bacteria on our planet. Number 8. 4 babies are born every second. Every second, we welcome 4 new babies into our overall population. Do a little math and you'll find out that means there are approximately 250 births each minute, 15,000 each hour, and 360,000 each day. According to the Ecology Global Network, there are around 131.4 million babies born on Earth in 1 year. Number 9. The coldest temperature ever recorded was -144 degrees Fahrenheit. You might think you're habituated to cold air and stormy winds, but the average winter day has nothing on the coldest day ever recorded, which was -144 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature was recorded in Antarctica during a span of research between 2004 and 2016. Just a few breaths of air at that temperature would induce hemorrhaging in your lungs and kill you. Number 10. Japan is the world's most earthquake-prone country. Earthquakes can range from minor tremors that are barely noticeable to building toppling ground shakers that cause massive destruction. But it's an inevitable part of life for those who live in countries such as China, Indonesia, Iran, and Turkey, which are some of the most earthquake-prone places on the planet. However, according to the U.S. Geological Survey, Japan records the most earthquakes in the world. Number 11. Africa and Asia are home to nearly 90% of the world's rural population. Not everyone lives in a booming city or an expansive suburb. Many people still make their homes outside of bustling locations, especially in India, which has the largest number of people living in rural areas. According to Reuters, approximately 893 million people live outside of the city. China also has an impressively large rural population, with 578 million living outside of major centers. Number 12. South Sudan is the youngest country in the world. Some countries are hundreds of years old, while others can trace their nation's history back for thousands of years. But South Sudan in North Africa just gained its independence from Sudan in 2011, which currently makes it the youngest country in the world. Number 13. There are more than 24 time zones around the world. If the Earth's time zones were each 1 hour apart, then we would have 24 time zones, which sounds pretty straightforward. However, the situation is a little more complicated than that. Since many time zones only differ by 30 or 45 minutes, they don't fit into a neat and tidy 24-hour span, which means that there are more than 24, though it's hard to say exactly how many. Number 14. There's a website that tracks the world's population in real time. As of 2019, the overall human population is estimated to be more than 7.7 billion people. And if you want to watch that increase in real time, you can tune into the World Population Clock, which shows the upticks and downticks as babies are born and other people die. You can also see the current populations of different countries, including China, 1,420,000,000 plus, India, 1,368,000,000 plus, and the US, 329 million plus. Number 15. Facebook has more users than the population of the US, China, and Brazil combined. Do you use Facebook? If you don't, you're among a number that gets increasingly smaller every day. In fact, 2 billion active users have an account on the social media platform, which is more than the population of the United States, China, and Brazil combined. Facebook's co-founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg posted about the milestone, saying, "We're making progress connecting the world, and now let's bring the world closer together." Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed these interesting facts about the world, be sure to subscribe to this channel for more new videos.